Hi all. Today we are going to learn our last poem, After 8 Years of Marriage by Mamta Kalia. Now, seeing the title itself, After 8 Years of Marriage, especially when it is written by a lady, you all might understand what is the relevant theme in this particular poem. Yes, you are very right. The poem involves the theme of a lady who was married off and what has happened to her after 8 years of marriage. Now, in this scenario, in this contemporary scenario that is happening in Kerala, you can see that there is domestic violence, there is suicide, brutal murder, and infanticide. Then you have rape, assault, and dowry issues, everything that is happening here. So, here the same thing might have happened in the life of this particular lady when she is writing the poem in a confessional way. When you tell about Mamta Kalia, she is a poet. She is from Vrindavan in Uttar Pradesh and writes in both English and Hindi. Her poems revolve around the relationship, complexities of her own life, and the personal experiences. Her poems portray her life and gives a context to her relationship with other people in her life. It is very much confessional. After 8 years of marriage comes from her anthology From Confronting Love, poems edited by Jerry Pinto and Arundhati Subramani. Now going to the poem, it's a very easy poem. After 8 years of marriage. After 8 years of marriage, the first time I visited my parents, they asked, "Are you happy? Tell us." So the lady, she is visiting her parents after 8 years of marriage. And during these 8 years, she had never once visited her parents, and her parents couldn't go and meet her. There may be some issues in the family. She might have been living far away, and this lady's parents may be very old or maybe very poor, and that was why maybe they can't go and meet her. Whatever it is, you can do some background study on that, or you can make up your own story. Yet here they asked, "Are you happy? Tell us." So here, after meeting their daughter after 8 years, the parents are asking, "Are you happy? Tell us." They are now asking her if she is happy. It was an absurd question. It was a totally absurd question because now 8 years have passed. And I should have laughed at it. I should have mocked and laughed at it. Instead, I cried. Instead of laughing at it, I cried. And in between the sobs, I nodded yes. I began to shake my head and say, "Yes, I am very happy." I wanted to tell my parents that I was happy on Tuesday, I was unhappy on Wednesday, I was happy one day at 8 o'clock, and I was most unhappy by 8:15. So that means there is mood swings and I am not permanently happy. I am happy, of course, and I am sad also. And I wasn't able to tell my parents about it. I wanted to tell them how one day we all ate a watermelon and laughed. I wanted to tell my parents how we all ate a watermelon together and how we had laughed at each other. I wanted to tell them how I wept in bed all night once. So, here, after the happy moment of eating a watermelon, there is a sad moment. The lady is crying in her bed all night, and she struggled hard from hurting myself, and she is struggling hard from hurting herself. She is struggling hard to keep her emotions at bay. That it wasn't easy to be happy in a family of 12. I wanted to tell my parents it wasn't very easy to be in a family of 12. But they were looking at my two sons. But after the question, the parents were looking at the two sons. Maybe they were looking at the two sons eagerly because maybe they were seeing these two sons for the first time, or maybe they didn't have any sons to take care of them. Hopping around like young gods, these two sons, they were hopping around, they were moving around like two young gods. Their wrinkled hands, beaten faces, and grey eyelashes. Here the poet is describing her parents. Her parents is very old and about to die. So she doesn't want to hurt them by saying that she is unhappy in a household of 12. So they looked like a picture, and they weren't looking very much real. They were all wrinkled, they were all having the beaten faces, and they were having grey eyelashes. So, seeing them, she was sad at seeing their desperate figures. So, after seeing that, she swallowed every sadness within herself and smiled a smile of great content, and she smiled a smile of happiness. So, here the poem deals with how the ladies in India are having some kind of an adjustment mentality. Okay, and that is what this particular poem is about. Okay, so here you can describe it very critically, and it's a very short poem. It is a neatly assembled one. It is confessional autobiographical poem, and also it is having a tone of sadness in it. Okay, so thank you.